Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Rome 2 Siege action. We have a 3v3 for you here at everyone's favorite city, Carthage. This one's been sent in to us by Emperor Kandikatsu. And as always, let us go over the players on the field of battle, quickly go over army comps, and then we will get right into it. So, we'll start with the defenders. Defenders are TTV Exo Trojan playing as Athens, Teddy Cola playing as Swaby, and then we have Canadian Goose playing as Chimeria, Samaria, however you decide to say it. I think it's Chimeria. I think it sounds cooler as Chimeria. But anyway, I'm getting distracted, as one does. Over here, we have playing as RDI, Emperor Candy Katsu. Playing as Arvaki, we have Sam Mitchell, and then playing as the Seleucid Empire, we have Agent Panda. I thought it said Pinata for a second, but no, it's Agent Panda. So, army comps. We'll start here with Seleucid, since we're here. Up in the front lines, what do we got? We have some hillmen, and it looks like possibly just a lot of thorax swordsmen. Lots of thorax swords, yep. 2 silver shield swords. Of course, we have 4 Syrians, I'm assuming. Yes. And then, where's his general? General is way over yonder. We have Hellenic Cataphracts. Okay. Okay. Surprising that he didn't bring at least the, one, royal peltas. I mean, he does have the 2 silver shield swords, but they're not bad. But I don't necessarily think that they're great either. But, I digress. Arvaki is bringing a noble cav general. We have 1, 2, 3 units of Iberian slingers. I do not see a 4th ranged unit anywhere. We have a Scutari spear, 1 unit of Scutari spear, and then we have, looks like possibly Scutari across the board. Iberian swords, and Scutari. Yeah, okay. That's, what is that? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Keep in mind, too, that Arvaki's Iberian swordsmen act much like Thurio spears in the fact that you can direct them to throw their javelins at a specific unit. And then over here we have RDI, who is bringing, let's see, we have 2 units of Valyrian Noble Hoplites, 1 Mercenary Axe Warrior right there. Might be a couple more littered on the battlefield. 2 units of Slave Slingers. I would imagine 2 more. Yes, yes. Noble Hoplite General. Some more Illyrian Noble Hoplites. We have Mercenary Celtic Warriors. Another Axe Warrior. Noble Hoplites up on the Siege Tower. Interesting. Some more Celtic Warriors, Illyrian Thurio Spears, Celtic Warriors, Axe Warriors, no, Illyrian Raiders, Illyrian Marines, and Celtic Warriors as well. And then, of course, we have Ballista here out in the open. And that's because there are no wall-mounted artillery parperates, I guess you would say, right? Parperate is a word. I don't know if I'm using it correctly, but there it is. I'm using it, and there's nothing that you can do about it. So naturally, we cannot see the... here's the rest of Arvaki's army. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guerrilla warriors. Yeah, I didn't see them initially before. Also, keep in mind, there is a little bit of a trick here with Carthage. Do I want to share it? It is a glitch, but I feel like it's not that bad of a glitch. So with guerrilla deployed or vanguard deployable units, such as the guerrilla warriors, there is when you're in the setup stage of your army, you can see how far. There's usually, I think it's like a yellow line that dictates how far up you can set your units, right? And then there, if you have vanguard deployable units, then there'll be another line that dictates where you can set these guys. And on Carthage, that line actually, it cuts, I think, kind of like this, sort of, actually, right? So it actually crosses over the wall section, and if you click furiously enough, you can actually get your units up on the wall. And then that gives you a little bit of an added bonus. It is a little cheesy, so I wouldn't necessarily always recommend doing it, but, you know, it's something to think about, especially since if you're playing against people who know what they're doing, and that is definitely no slight to the 3 defenders here, because I do know that they do know what they're doing. They've been featured several times in many of my YouTube videos. But if you see Arvaki on the field of battle, then you should just know right off that there's a strong possibility that your back door is wide open, and you're going to have a little bit of a surprise. So usually people will leave some units back here to deal with that. So having units up here on the wall isn't necessarily... It's not too cheesy, because, again, playing against somebody who's experienced, knows what they're doing, they can expect that, and they can plan accordingly, and they'll have units back here. And then them trying to actually get off the wall will be even more of a battle, because, you know, only X amount of troops can filter down those stairs and actually get into combat. So, again, it is cheesy, but it's also kind of a catch-22. But anyway, we are ready to rumble. We have 21 minutes, 37 seconds on the clock. And let's get it underway. So, Swaby, Athens, and Chimeria. Swaby is definitely a tall order to deal with. I mean, their sword masters are pretty nasty. They're very nasty, actually. Big shots coming out, going after Arvaki's front line. We have the Iberian swords moving forward first. Of course, we have the hillmen moving up as well. Going to be cannon fodder. I imagine they're going to jump on those tortoises and try and knock down the walls as quickly as they possibly can. Athens is definitely no joke, too. Granted, they do have a lot of shield and spear units, but even still. You know, they have picked hoplites, thorax, hoplites, and several other hoplite units as well. I think they get access to mercenary veteran hoplites as well. They're a fairly solid unit. But again, you guys know how I feel about spear units, specifically hoplites, unless it's Sparta. They don't really do that well. And when I say hoplites, I mean just like basic, you know, late Libyan hoplites, that type of jazz. I'm definitely not talking about Illyrian noble hoplites or Rakim Palace Guard or shield bearers or anything like that, because those guys... Ooh, we got a sally out over here. What do we got? We have some Bloodsworn charging right on out, getting involved with some Celtic warriors here. Celtic warriors definitely not doing too hot. Axe warriors charging in, and looks like the Illyrian Thurio spears are going to get moved around. Ooh, this would be a perfect opportunity to throw javies right into the back of these guys. And, yep, there they go. Going to throw some javies. Oh, but they turned around just at the right minute to engage the Celtic warriors, and some of those javelins ended up getting some collateral damage on the allies. Illyrian Noble Hoplite's going to take on these Bloodsworn. They're going to do really well. I mean, their Bloodsworn are a scary unit. Cost-effective as all hell, but against some Illyrian Noble Hoplites, they don't have a snowball's chance in hell. More Bloodsworn coming on out. And this could prove to be a little bit devastating. I mean, these guys, they're not hidden, but the slingers could definitely be getting some good shots off right now, especially in on the sides. They don't have a lot of armor. It's only 20, so yeah, these slave slingers could be doing a hell of a job right now. Illyrian Marine is going to get absolutely wrecked as they come down off the tower over here. And meanwhile, we have... Let's slow it down real quick, actually. Just for a minute, we're going to take stock of what we can see here. So we have some mercenary Thracian warriors, up at the front lines. Never a good idea. Some more Thracian warriors as well. What do we have here? Fading into the fog of war. We don't know anymore. Thurio spears, my god. Scythian hoplites, mercenary Cretan archers. What do we have? Thorax hoplites. Although I like to be fancy and stick my pinky out and say thorax hoplites. Look at this. Arvaki has sent over some troops to assist in the Bloodsworn sally out. They're crushing the sally out pretty good, too. Over here might be a little bit more difficult. I mean, these Marines are definitely going to get slaughtered for sure. And yeah, RDI is going to move in some of his Illyrian Raiders. Illyrian Raiders are also much like Thurio Spears, that they are directionable in their tossing of their javelins, and looks like they're going to get a nice little jabby toss into the back of these Bloodsworn. Let's actually speed it back up to normal speed, and we can watch that happen in action. Never mind, they're moving around, right? I think they can. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But these Bloodsworn are just going to get absolutely trounced now, getting charged from 3 directions. Let's see, we got RDI, I was about to say RDI's archers. Jesus. Seleucid's archers are moving on up. They're actually probably going to get some good shots off, if they're close enough, on these Thracian warriors. And again, having them up in the front lines is not the best of ideas. Thracian warriors are not meant to be left in combat. Don't leave them in combat. They won't do well. But sure, they have massive charge bonus at 36. Great melee attack and weapon damage. Armor is trash, and so is their melee defense. So they can get shot to hell in an instant. Ooh, nice. Go focusing down those hoplites over there. And yeah, they just don't, in prolonged melee combat, they don't do well. What do we have here? Thurio Spears, and Thurio Spear. 3 Thurio Spears, my lord. Nothing yet. We can see that there's no movement back there. RDI, or Vachi rather, still has yet to move any of his troops. And honestly, that is the right move to make. You don't want to rush and blow your cover too soon. Otherwise, you might end up regretting it. Big shots coming in. He's going to focus fire right here. Alright, so in order to actually fire at nothing, for those of you who don't know, what you do is you press the left Alt button on your keyboard, and then you right-click, and now that ballista will continually fire in here. And why is he doing that? Well, this is a favorite spot of the defenders to leave archers, slingers, peltists, what have you, because it just offers a great vantage point into this little courtyard here. Especially good angles too, whether it's firing this way, and or that way. So it is notorious for defenders to leave archers and slingers up here, so what you want to do is you just kind of bombard this area and soften it up. Hopefully you get lucky and get some kills out of it. And that's what you want to try and do. What is he up to? 17 kills. So there's, from what we saw, we got a glimpse. There was not a lot of troops there, but still, you never know. They might be shifting some ranged units over there, so you want to keep an eye on things. Looks like the sally out from Swaby has been thwarted back. His Bloodsworn only getting 46 kills, and the rest seem to have died. Very unfortunate. We have more Scythian hoplites here, and if Chimera is not careful, he is facing the right way, but even still, well, no, I think, maybe, no, RDI I think is doing the right thing, actually. If he split up too much of his force, then it would have been probably a little bit of a problem. However, I think it would have been a good idea for Seleucid to bring a few more tortoises. Do we have any down over here? We don't. Well, we have some, but they're not going to be used. So this, I think, should have been placed over here. Our Vaki could have utilized it more. Knock down either this section of wall right here, or I believe you can knock down this one. I could be wrong. Correct me if I am. And then they could have poured in and really put the pressure on Athens. I mean, the Thurio Spears, I do love them. They can do really, really, really well. But in prolonged melee combat, especially if you don't lead them in square formation, they're going to get absolutely thrashed. Looks like Thracian warriors falling back. More Thracian warriors over here, and they should be taking fire. That's what I would be doing. I'd be firing at them. Did they lose anybody? Ooh, yeah, they're down to 97. They're down to 115. The other one we can't see anymore. More Thurio. Jeez. Did he just bring, like, all Thurio Spears? Is that what he did? Still see no movement still yet. Back over here. Still hidden. Waiting for the right time to strike. Marian noble infantry here. Ooh, axe warriors, yeah, they ain't doing too hot. Bloodsworn taking him out, up to 60 kills, down to 138 men. RDI is now going to charge in with his Illyrian Noble Hoplites. Honestly, not necessarily a bad idea. They'll be able to take out these Bloodsworn fairly easily. I think, honestly, what I would do is maybe have the Noble Hoplites take on the Bloodsworn to eradicate them as quickly as possible, and then have the Illyrian Raiders and the Axe Warriors come over here and deal with the Scythian Hoplites. I think they would fare better in the long run. Let's see, what are we up to here? 17 kills still. He might have stopped firing, actually. Conserving ammo, waiting to actually get some targets. Here we go. We got some Chimerian heavy archers disappearing, but in a great position to get shots on, honestly, the flank of either or of these units over here. But it looks like he's sending the Noble Hoplites over here onto the Scythian Hoplites, and then possibly he's going to push hard on this right flank here, get rid of these Bloodsworn, come charging in onto the rear of these Bloodsworn here, and then continue down the hill here. But so far, RDI is making some pretty good progress here. Not too bad. General's already inside. Scythian Hoplites, I don't think, are going to stand the test of time against the Illyrian Noble Hoplites. They do have a nice charge bonus, actually. They have a 30 charge bonus, which is pretty good, compared to a 20. And although the Scythian Hoplites melee defense gets bumped up to 71. Oh, he just popped Battle Rhythm, that's all. Yeah, I think he should probably... Setting them into Hoplite Wall would be best at this current moment. Especially if you're not trying to lose men, and you just kind of want to hold these guys here and not let them get anywhere. Hoplite Wall would definitely benefit. And then, yeah, they get like an insane boost to melee defense, and I believe armor as well. Keep in mind, too, that's how Hoplites work. They have a good charge bonus, so you charge them in, they crash into the unit that you direct them to crash into, and then you quickly hit that Hoplite Wall button so that they can get their boost in armor and melee defense, and they can even further utilize... Look at that, Thracian Warriors are gone. Further utilize that melee defense and that charge. So Seleucid has made some pretty good progress here. Pardon me. Yeah, they've definitely decided to let them in to the settlement a little bit. However, they captured this arrow tower, and now, of course, the arrow tower is working in their benefit. I mean, they have two units, almost 3, within the sphere of influence of this tower. We can see it right here. I'll highlight it real quick. Comes right around here. So these units are going to be getting shot at. Looks like Hillmen are making their way up on the walls. Yeah, they're going to make their way down here, I would imagine. Oh, look at that. So possibly, and this is what I'm speculating, the Hillmen still have their javelins left. He's sending his Thorax swordsmen down this way to deal with these mercenary Thracian warriors, get them engaged in combat, and then you can bring your Hillmen here, stretch the line out so that all of them are up on this lip here, and then they can throw their javies down on the Thracian warriors. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Speculating. That's what I'm speculating. Oof, Iberian swords getting pretty well beat up. I mean, it's no surprise. Their armor's 15, so they're not going to do too well. 77 kills, though. That's not bad. They do have a really crazy melee defense. I will give them that. 60 melee defense. So keep that in mind. If you're going up against somebody who has picked Kush, and they have that crazy armor penetration value, you could go Arvaci, Lusitani, Carthage, and pick some Iberian swordsmen to deal with the Shotel and armored Shotel warriors. I don't expect that they'll do amazingly well, but with that insane 60 melee defense and the 15 armor, it's going to negate. Wow. Really? Well, 215 kills, though, so that's not bad. But there goes an Illyrian Noble Hoplite. They're gone. It looks like it was just a combined effort between these two Scythian Hoplites and probably these Chimerian Heavy Archers as well. What do we got back here? Probably Swordmasters, Wolf Warriors, and Wotan Spears. Okay. They're pretty good too, actually. They get a pretty insane buff when you put them in shield screen, actually. And then we have Kimbri Bowwomen, or Simbri Bowwomen. Again, it's however you decide to say it. There is no right and wrong way. Cretans, and Cretans. There we go. Nice little distraction here with the Hillman. Looks like he's going to send up his Thorax Hoplites to deal with these guys. Maybe not. Or did they get split up? Oh no. This could actually prove to be pretty bad. The Hillman might have an okay time here. Because these Thorax Hoplites are crossing the wall to meet up with this unit down here. Because that is their unit. And I think... never mind. 19 kills for that unit, 19 for that one, and 48 for that one. That's actually pretty impressive. You usually don't see Hillman do that well. So archers are now fully on the inside. I wonder if RDI is now firing. 70 kills. Might be out of ammo, actually. Let me go take a look. Yeah, he's out of ammo. That's unfortunate. Very Noble Hoplites over here kind of beat up 35 kills. But yeah, now we can see all the archers are up here, ready to fire down onto Seleucid. And they have quite literally an uphill battle to deal with. Thorax Hoplites, Thorax Hoplites, taking on some Thorax Swordsmen, and yeah, there it goes, starting to shift. Now he's going to send in his Thurio Spears. Oh, are we moving? We are moving, okay. So now the hope is that they don't have anything here waiting to hold up a possible sneak attack. And there's 7 minutes left in this. 7 minutes in heaven. And the hope is that most of the defenders are kind of like this, in that kind of, that arc. Whether it's, you know, back here or if they're just all up here. I'm willing to bet, especially with how many units Swaby lost in the beginning, that we're seeing all of Swaby's troops. We just saw one disappear behind there. Wolf Warriors. I'm willing to bet that it's another unit of Wolf Warriors. What do we have? Berserkers, Hex Bearers, okay. Chimeria, I'm imagining, probably still has some troops left in the back lines. And Athens, I feel like we're actually maybe seeing all of Athens. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9, 10 units, not including whatever might... Oh, look at that. Not including whatever might have been lost. But look at this. Athens utilizing his ballista, swinging it around to the right a wee bit, and now he's lobbing shots into his own settlement. Looks like he's trying to go after the Iberian slingers here. Not a bad target to go after. Very Noble Hoplites taking on these Scythians. They're really not doing that great against these Scythian Hoplites. That is... Let's take a look at the stats. 38-30. Melee defense is 67. 115 for the armor. 30, 25, 71, and 80. Genuinely surprising that... I mean, again, also, this is a severely depleted unit. But I'm just genuinely surprised that they're doing as well as they are. It looks like maybe, yeah, they're getting shot in the back, so they're going to start to have a pretty terrible time. Meanwhile, over here, RDI has unfortunately been completely thwarted back. He was doing pretty good for a minute, but got folded. Even his general's gone. Man. He did what he could. And now, too, though, although he did lose his army, this is going to allow them to shift. But they're going to be so focused, I feel like, on crushing all of this here that they're going to be overconfident. So one army is already gone. But balance of power is slightly, only slightly in the favor of the defenders, but still. With that army now gone, I mean, the confidence boost that the defenders must now be feeling is a lot. And that overconfidence could absolutely 100% be the downfall of that. I mean, what is the line in Revenge of the Sith? Your overconfidence, something, 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 and then the Emperor goes, "Your faith in your friends is yours," right? What does he say? Your overconfidence is not your undoing. I don't remember. I should remember because I'm a giant Star Wars fan, but there you go. So look at this. Arvaki's ebbing ever closer to the capture point. And this is the thing, too. It doesn't tell you when they're starting to capture the capture point, or any capture or victory point for that matter, right? And even when it says, oh, we've lost a victory point, we've lost a capture point, usually you're too focused on what is going on in front of you for that auditory input to even process in your ear. Even when they capture a tower, you're not paying attention to that, because it's just like, yeah, that happens, whatever. Oh, but it looks like Chimeria may have actually noticed, and they are possibly rushing troops. We'll have to wait and see. Not even a Swaby. We saw, what do we got here? Bloodsworn, 2 units of Bloodsworn. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in this one, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all that cool YouTube stuff. Helps out the channel. Of course, I appreciate it as well. Check out the links in the description below for Twitter, Twitch, and Discord. Don't really use Twitch all that much, or Twitter, honestly. Discord, though, does get used. Not a whole lot, but it does get used. But hey, if more of you join in, we can all have conversations about shit. And of course, if you have replays that you want to see up on the silver screen, that is YouTube, feel free to drop those replays in the replay section of the Discord server. If you don't know how to do that, I or somebody else will be more than happy to help you out with that. We know the process. You could always Google it or YouTube it as well. But I know sometimes trying to Google and YouTube something is like a pain in the ass, and you don't necessarily always get what exactly you're looking for. So now, I mean, we're looking at delaying action right here. That's all that this is a delaying action in keeping... So this is forcing now Athens and some of Chimeria and Swaby to keep their troops behind as they rush frantically to get over here. The capture, the victory point has been captured. We can even see, look at this, yeah, they're rushing. They are rushing, and all Arvaki has to do is hold the choke points, and that's it. So we have the choke points here are here, 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 and here, and here as well. Yeah, he does not need a unit here. He definitely needs a unit here, though, for sure. But 50 seconds left in this. They're not going to be able to break these guys quick enough to get in here, and honestly, there's not even enough time, I do not believe, to flip the cap circle. I think it takes 15 seconds to actually flip it. So, I mean, they have the time to actually flip it, but I don't think they're going to actually make it. Ooh, does he lose anybody here? Possibly. It doesn't look like it, though. So, Wolf Warriors in on the fight. Desperately trying to break through these... Oh my god! Jesus Christ! What a perfect shot! Oh, pardon me. Good lord. But yep, they are now trying their damnedest, and that's it. Gotta love sneaky victories, man. I mean, over this fight over here, it literally just became a delaying action for the attackers to try and keep the attention of the defenders as much as and for as long as they possibly could. And it paid off. And again, too, you have to wait for the right moment to spring your trap of Vanguard deployable units. You cannot rush. Because if you rush, you're going to screw yourself. You're going to blow the surprise, and it won't work out in the end. So Arvaki waited appropriate amount of time, and well, they won. All right, let's get into it. Emperor Kandikatsu getting 1,579 kills, 162 for his general, 70 for the giant ballista, 36, 38, 4, and 3 for the slave slingers, 30 for the Illyrian Marines. Yeah, they got thrashed. Illyrian Noble Hoplites, 58, 104, 92, 137, 215. Not bad. I think they definitely could have done better, but what are you going to do? 53 for the Illyrian Raiders, 33 for the Thurio Spears, 120, 130 for the Axe Warriors, and then 98, 68, 65, and 62 for the Celtic Warriors. Agent Panda getting 1,526 kills. Wow! 254 for his general. Nice. I did not catch his general running around. I was too focused on other things. I apologize for that. Syrians, 110, 71, 102, and 54. Silver Shields didn't even have to get into combat. Thorax, 166, 124, 107, 41, 214, 137, and 52 for Thorax Swords. 214, that's pretty good numbers for them. And then 19, 48, and 27 for the Hillman. Sam Mitchell only getting 714 kills, 0 for his general, 27, 49, and 43 for the Iberian Slingers. The Guerrilla Warriors, 25, 0, 5, 1, 4, 0, 34, 8. 34. Again, they didn't really do much. I mean, they did a lot, just not combat-wise. Iberian Swordsman, not doing too hot. One didn't even get any kills. The other one got 82. Honestly, that's not that bad. I feel like I've never seen them do that well. And then Scutari, 54, 115, 131, 0, 87, 10, and 10. And then Scutari Spears, 47. TGV Exo Trojan, 793 kills, 0 for his general, 30, 106, and 105 for the Cretans. 36, 25, and 39 for the Thracian Warriors. Again, not frontline troops. They're shock infantry. I guess, I mean, I don't use them, but I think that the way that I would use them is I would have them in front, followed up behind like Thorax Swords or something like that. They would get charged in first for that charge bonus and the initial shock. And then pull them out, and as they're getting pulled out, Thorax Swords charge right in after them and then take over. And then Thorax Hoplites, where does this actually stop? Right here. 95, 00, 38, and 43. And then Thurio Spears. We did have a lot of Thurio Spears. 33, 45, 52, 90, and 56. Teddy Cola getting 1,802 kills. 29 for the Woods End Spear General. 221, 66. Oh, he had Longbow Hunter 2. Okay. 146 and 67. I always, just a side note, I always think that the name Longbow Hunters is hilarious because I'm almost positive that they get 125 range. So, are they really Longbow Hunters? The answer is no. Bloodsworn getting 47, 12, 162, 149, 150, 94, 103, 158, and 87. Hex Bears getting 0 kills. Wolf Warriors 111, 52, 0, 0, and 148. Surprised he didn't have any Sword Masters. And then Canadian Goose getting 1,265 kills. 0 for his general, 191, 210, 132, and 54 for the Chimerian Heavy Archers. Well done there. 78 and 119 for the Chimerian Noble Infantry. 104, 25, 61, 40, 79, 72, 45, 43, and 12 for the Scythian Hoplites. It's not bad. Some of these guys did pretty all right. But all right. That's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. Always love a good sneaky win. Lots of fun. But yeah, until the next time, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.